Okay. It's time for us to talk relationship after that fantastic performance by TOS. Okay, so for relationship, we have Ebenezer Diolu, the provost of Marriage Builder Academy and the founder of Sexual Purity Campaign Initiative, which he runs in secondary schools. Today, he joins us to discuss the effect of social media on marriages. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you so much.
Good morning. You know, I chuckled because people talk a lot about social media and how it affects various aspects of their lives.
That's true.
And oftentimes, it's overlooked that it affects marriages. So let's talk about the effects of social media on marriages. How exactly does it even affect the marriage?
I would like to say that the social media is neutral. It all depends on the way you use it. It could affect your marriage positively. It could affect your marriage negatively. It all depends on the usage. Some have used the social media to take their marriage to the next level, while some marriages are broken down, divorce, separation, just because of the wrong use of the social media. So it depends on the user. It depends on the way you use it.
Okay, so let's look at both angles now.
Yes, it has
Let's
a lot
start
of...
from the negative.
Okay.
I like to start from negative, so we end with positives on a good note.
Okay.
So let's start from the negatives. What negative effect does your usage of social media have on your marriage, and how can it affect your marriage?
Okay, when you spend too much time on the social media,
Okay, always on your
Facebook,
phone.
Insta, always, you will not have time for your spouse. You will not have time for your children, and that could lead to, you know, a kind of separation. You might be together in the same house, but you are not bonding.
You're not
Because the
connected.
time you should have used to connect with your spouse, you're spending it with outsider, connecting, browsing the internet and everything. So that is a negative impact.
Okay.
Another thing is a lot of online affairs are going on today. People get hooked up to their ex. People start online affairs, online sex, online dating, even married people. There's this particular site, somebody came to report to me that the wife had to subscribe to that site. And it's for married people. If you are looking for affairs outside, they hook you up with someone else.
An equally married person.
Yes, so you just want to, and you want to remain anonymous on that site so that people will not know. And, you know, he got to know that the wife was into such a thing. And it led to the breaking of that marriage. So a lot of things are going on like that. Sometimes suspiciousness can come in, you know, jealousy can come in, because when you see your spouse always on social media, you begin to suspect, what is this person doing there? Who is he talking to? Who is she chatting with? And before you know it, you begin to feel uncomfortable with the excess time your spouse is spending on social media.
Can we also add the influence of things people see on social media also in your
Yeah,
marriage?
yes.
And even seeing
The pictures,
Yeah.
the way people flaunt their successes, achievements, and
quotes.
everything. Yes, in quotes. Because some of those things might not be real.
Yeah.
So if you are not careful, you begin to compare your spouse, begin to compare your wife. Oh, I saw Mr. So and so he just bought a new Jeep, and you are still trekking.
Ouch.
So before you know it, you begin to affect the self-esteem of your husband. So a lot of things on social media.
Was it just the husband? Because I know you've been making a lot of references to the woman.
Well,
I think
okay,
it's
both
both
sides.
ways.
Yes, there are a lot of times when some men too, probably maybe you see a lady showing her curves and everything on social media, and you begin to tell your wife, see, you are too fat. Look at that lady. She's the perfect image of a woman. And if you are not careful, you begin to cause problem. And then, you know, for your spouse, for your wife, and it might affect your marriage.
Aha. Okay, so now let's talk about the positives. Yes.
yeah.
So what are the advantages of social media?
A lot of information. You could get information on social media on viable investment that you can do as husband and wife. You could get to know how to travel out of the country, scholarship for your children. A lot of information out there that you can use, get on social media, and use it to improve your marriage. So the social media helps to connect. Like yesterday, WhatsApp was down. A lot of couples had to connect through Facebook, through Instagram, and everything. If one is not working, the other one will work. So it's a blessing. To me, I see social media as a blessing for families. If couples can tap into it, both husband and wife, and maximize it to the growth of their marriage, is going to be a fantastic one.
So getting information is one way
Yes.
you can utilize it.
Yes, you can bond too. For example, if your spouse is not around, you can do video call with your spouse. These are benefits and advantages of social media. You are in the US, your husband is in Nigeria here. You can talk, you can do video call. It will just be as if you are still together. You understand? These are benefits of information, bonding, intimacy, you know. You can get on the social media to enhance the growth of your marriage. You can also have access to therapists, counselors. In case you're having problem with your marriage, there are registered, qualified professional counselors that when you go to the internet, you see them and you can take advantage of their services to help your marriage if you are going through crisis. So the benefits are just too many, too enormous.
So the most important thing from what I can garner from what you've said is avoid addiction.
Yeah.
Using it for negative purposes.
Yeah.
And of course, use it better to communicate with your spouse
to bond
more intimately.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's more a case of how you use it.
How you use it is how you use it. If you regulate your time on social media, don't become too addictive to it, and you know, as a family, you should have family policy on social media. It will help you.
Okay.
This is how we run it. This is how we do it. No addiction and everything. At this time, everybody goes offline. It will help a lot of families.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
It's been quite an enlightening conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.